Yo, what up, YouTube? I'm gonna do a little different today. I'm on my way to run some errands. Let me turn my little music on. This is your boy 6'3" Black Male. Subscribe. Y'all gonna ride with me. We're gonna do a little vlog, a little music in the background. So y'all can see I'm in a beautiful place. Just so everybody knows, this is Florida. But I guess today's vlog is just gonna be a random talk. Since I'm driving, I know what I'll vlog about. Okay, this one time, right, when I was about 15, I had snuck out my granddad's car. And I'm in my granddad's car like 2:30 in the morning. I was living in Georgia. I went to, what was I at? I went right outside of Atlanta. And that night I was on my way home, and I kind of left a little later than usual because my granddad got up at like 5:30 in the morning, and I was cutting it so close, it was crazy, right? So I'm like on my way home, and my granddad had a Buick Electra deuce and a quarter. I don't know if y'all know anything about cars, but that's a big boat, and that guy moved something too, right? So I'm driving, right? I'm going down the highway, and it was an old highway, so it wasn't a whole bunch of traffic out there, right? So I'm driving. I'm doing like, I get on the stretch, and I'm so used to driving this highway. I knew when I hit that straight, I knew how far I was gonna have to have a straight to go, right? So I'm chilling and shit. I'm driving. I hit straight, and I just bust out like doing 140. Right? I got the hand in the corner dancing, right? Nobody's on the road. It was crazy. And then I coming up real fast because I'm doing 140. So I see some lights on the side of the road, right? Fucking ops, right? Police. But I didn't realize it. So by the time I realized it was a cop's car, I tried to slow down, but I was going way too fast. So I just stepped in it. And I rolled past him, right? I could see his car shake. I mean, literally shake. Right? So the cop's car shaking. I'm rolling like a motherfucker, right? And I fucked around, man, shot past him, and he turned his lights on. And he got, by the time he pulled off, dude, I'm talking about, I ain't even see him no more because it was like a little hill. I ain't even see him no more. But then I seen the lights because it's night. I seen the lights coming up fast. So I'm like, shit. I turned, and with no turn-offs for a while because I'm on the old highway. So I turned and went across the median because there was a turn-off on the other side. And I knew my cousin lived down through there, right? My cousin Mickey. I went across the median. Doo-doo. Straight up that street, and then my car cut off. There was an old gas station. It was out of business. I just shot beside the gas station, just rolled beside the gas station because I still had a good coast going. And I seen the police shoot by. Shoot! So my car cut off, so I tried to restart it, it wouldn't start. The car, I'm just sitting there like, oh shit, right? It's my granddad's car actually. Like, oh shit. So I messed around, dude, and I got out of the car and I looked back at the median because, you know, it's right there. And I just see some shit laying in the median, and I was like, what the fuck did I hit? I smelled gas. walk out to like the little street, and my gas tank is sitting there shooting out gas, dude. Just shooting gas, just boom, boom, boom. I'm like, oh my fucking God, right? So my median's sitting there. I mean, the median's sitting there, my gas tank sitting there. I'm surprised I didn't tear my whole exhaust system out. Okay, my dad was over at my cousin's house because he was living there at the time, and he worked on cars on Shane Street, right? So I walked up the street to my cousin's house. I told my dad what happened. My dad came. My cousin had a deuce and a quarter too. It was a year different, but it wasn't running. He was working on it, getting it in there. You know what I mean? So my dad, I talked to my cousin. I gave my cousin $50 for his gas tank. I gave my dad $50 to get up, put it on, and I'm talking about I'm cutting it close as fuck, right? So my dad puts it on, dude, and I mean it took him like 45 minutes to do what needed to be done. Some bolts was broken and the whole nine. He drilled them out, the whole nine. He worked on it right there at that abandoned place. And I took off, right? After he fixed, I took off. And I'm speeding. Because I'm like 20 minutes, still like maybe 15, 20 minutes from home, right? So my dad did that. I ran home. Boom, I pulled in the yard. My dad followed me in his car. Pulled in the yard because I told him I snuck me out the car. You know, pulled in the yard, put the car in the yard, went in the house in the back door, and there's a bathroom by my grandparents' back door. So I went in there, and I put the keys, because they were my grandma's keys to my granddad's car. I put the keys in the bathroom, and then I went back out the back door, and my granddad was up. And I went back outside, and when I went back outside, my granddad walks out. And he's like, "Where you going this early, what?" And my dad was sitting in the street, because my granddad, this is my mom's dad. He didn't like my dad. So I told him I was going somewhere with my dad, and he told me, "Stay out of trouble." Boom. Right? So we leave, and I'm like, oh man, I cut that close. I really cut that one close. And my dad was like, "Boy, don't do that shit no more." I was like, "Nah, I'm not," right? So I'm thinking I done got away with the shit because, you know, we got the car running, you know, put gas in it, build it back up, the whole nine, right? So my granddad's going to, he had a little grocery store. He's going to the farmer's market next morning. He gets pulled over, dude, because of the tag. I'm young, I didn't think about that. He gets pulled over because of the tag that ran, you know, when I was running, they got the tag. He wrote my granddad a ticket and everything. My granddad was like, "Well, hell no, I'm an old man, I don't be out that late." Blah, blah, but long story short, he ended up going to court in the whole 9 yards. He beat the case. You know, he had never suspected me, right? At that time. I ain't gonna say never, but at that time he didn't suspect me. But then, maybe about a month later, I snuck and got the car again, right? Cause I, you know, pussy. This girl offering up some ass. So I'm like, oh shit, I took the car, went and got the ass. And then on my way home, I didn't cut it close this time. So on the way home, right, I'm like, shit, you know, rolling. I done hit her off, dropped her off. And on the way home, I stopped at this restaurant, Crystal. I don't know if you guys know Crystal. It's like White Castle-esque. And I stopped at Crystal's, and my homeboys was there, right? A couple of homeboys, they had walked up there. They asked me for a ride home, right? Then it just started, the bottom fell out. It just started raining, dude. Just raining, da-da-da-da-da. I'm driving. I ain't number 15, dude. I'm driving. I can drive in the rain or I can drive in the snow. I can drive in inclement weather because I grew up in situations where I was in that. So I learned how to drive in it. And so I'm driving, and then it's like it's foggy. All of a sudden, like one section, we were on like this little back road, and it just foggy as fuck back there, right? So we driving, and the window, it's not raining no more, and it's foggy. I got the window down, and you can smell pine, like pine trees, really loud. So I was like, damn, you smell that? And then my homeboy, Jock, was like, hey, look, you know, and off the road, you can see some car taillights upside down. So I stopped the car, right? And I stopped right there in the middle of the road, though, because you couldn't see the pullover good. It was that foggy. There was nothing on the road, really. So I stopped like that there. We get out the car, dude, and this pregnant lady had turned over, but the reason she turned over, a tree had fallen. She tried to dodge the tree, and she ended up flipping into the ditch, right? So she flipped into the ditch, and we helped her. We helped her out of the ditch, right? Or tried to, anyway. But she started tripping and shit. But now at the time, we like 5 miles away from home because they lived in the same area I did, right? So we see this car coming down the street just barreling, and it's foggy. So he's coming straight at us. So I jump in the car, I put that bitch in reverse and back up. And it's like, dude, he was just on it. He didn't see the tree. He hit the tree, boom, went over the hump, boom. Wrecked his car, and he was from my neighborhood. A dude named William, my homeboy Enoch dad. So I was like, oh shit. So he was okay. I was like, you okay? You okay? He was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And he was like, do me a favor though. Could you I got her. I'll help her. And she was kind of scared of us, I guess, because we was young dudes. So he was like, I got her. Could you guys go and let my old lady know? Let my family know that I was in an accident, but I'm okay. Like, cool, yeah. So we did that. My homeboy Jock was like, he was just so fucking stupid, or he panicked. And instead of him letting me talk, because I got a cooler head, he goes, so we knock on the door. It's like 4 in the morning now. We knock on the door. They come to the door. The lady did, and the kids were behind her because, you know, they trying to protect mama, I guess. And I was like, yeah, I told him, let me tell her, dude, because I know him. I know how he get down. So as soon as she opened the door, right, this dude, Jock, is like, your husband been in the wreck. And she said, oh my God. And I mean, like, dramatic as hell, right? So I'm like, he okay. I said, there was a lady who had a wreck. I told her about the tree. I told her, you know, he hit the tree, but he was helping the lady, and he asked us to let her know he was okay. And we told her where he was, so she ran out, got in her car, and went on. So I dropped him off. I went to the crib. Boom, plenty of time. I go lay down, go to sleep. Good. Right? Thinking I got away with that one. But listen to what happened though, right? This is the shit that lets you know that you have to be careful what you fucking do. Cause we chilling, you know what I'm saying? This is like later on that day, we chilling. And my granddad sent somebody to come down the street and tell me to come home, right? So I do that. I go to the house, and when I go to the house, it's a dude, older white guy there, and there's like, let's see, an older white guy, a lady, and like 2 teenage kids. it was crazy because I know it's windy. Sorry about that. It was crazy because they came looking for me, all us, right? Nobody told them where I lived, but they told them where Jock lived. So they went and they wanted to thank us for trying to help the lady, and we was like heroes because she was pregnant, and we made it, you know. So what the fuck? So they thanking me in front of my granddad, and my granddad just smiling, and he's like, yeah, you know, that's good, you know, I'm proud of you. But I'm sitting there, I'm a thinker, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, I'm like, I wonder how much details they gave me. So everything was all good, and then finally they left. I'm sitting there feeling good. My granddad says, first of all, what was you doing out at that time of morning? And who was driving? Because the boys who was with you ain't got no car. You ain't got no car. So who was driving? So I'm like, Then I said, I told him that Mickey, my cousin Mickey, was with us. And see, me and Mickey the same age, but Mickey had a car and he used to drive, right? So he gave me that look, you know, that little side eye? That little side eye people give you when they don't believe what you're saying? He gave me that, right? So, I'm nervous as hell, right? Because I know he don't believe me. Crazy shit, though. He couldn't prove it. But I think he just had a feeling that I was driving and it was his car, right? So he started suspecting me of taking the car. And at that time, I didn't know it because I was young and stupid. He had started keeping his eye on the mileage. But luckily, this little chick I was fucking with, I had started fucking with, she lived maybe about 1.5 miles away. So I used to get up a few nights a week and sneak off and go get some pussy, basically. And but I was always, I had my little hustle going, you know what I mean? So I would always put gas in the truck. Well, my granddad started paying attention to the gas and the mileage, but I didn't. I would just fill the truck up because I know he always kept gas in there. So this one night I went to go see this chick, same chick, and we got in an argument, right? I took off, and she, you know, she was really tripping, and I thought I loved the little chick. So while she's tripping, I didn't want to leave, right? I didn't want to just leave the chick because I ain't that type of dude. So I ain't that type of dude. So I was like being Mr. Gentleman, you know what I mean? And you know, I'm trying to make up with her through this little argument we having. And so I cut it close again. I mean, I was close to home, but I cut it real close. So I took off. We made up, fucked again. I took off. Boom. I got home, rolled the car in the yard like usual. Did my same little routine like usual. But I forgot one thing. Forgot to put gas in the car, right? But I didn't use that much. So I'm like, oh, whatever, you know. Man, my granddad, like later on that day, my granddad was like, what you do last night? I was like, shit. I ain't say shit, but I was like, well, blah, blah, blah. And my granddad was like, you know, I know you had been keeping my gas up. I appreciate that, but last night you didn't put nothing in there. The whole time he knew I had been taking the car. I didn't get in trouble, but he told me don't never do that again. You know what I mean? But we over 20 minutes now, and I know if y'all still listening, y'all probably bored, so I'm gonna just break it off right here. 6'3" black male. It's your boy. Fuck with me. Look down. It's a red button down there. If it's red, I mean, it could be gray, and I appreciate that. Look down. If you see it's red, touch it. Touch it. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna hurt nobody if you just touch it, and then you hit all after you touch it, and then you'll be able to pick and choose what you want to hear, what you want to see, all the whole 9 yards. But fuck with me. Hey, look, I'm a 70s baby, so I got plenty of stories, and I've been through a whole lot in my life. Gangbanger, former boxer, been shot. Done shot somebody, the whole night. And everything I'm saying is public, it's known, it's public record, so I'm not, you know, it been to any crimes that I haven't either answered for or been cleared of. So, with that being said, I love you guys, I appreciate my new followers, I appreciate my old followers, I appreciate you all. So look, like I said, fuck with me, this your boy 6'3" black male. Subscribe and fuck with your boy. Let's grow. Out.